What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today we are going to be doing another Rate My Squad for you guys, and this is the team that we are going to be looking at. It is a no links wasted dream team. You have 5 special cards, 3 of which are actually team of the seasons, and then there's an inform and a man of the match, which I'm pretty sure is actually his second or third inform. So this is a very good looking team, and it's also pretty cool because it is a no links wasted team as well. Now in this team we get some fantastic players. Of course we have the 3 team of the seasons from Ligue 1. We have Bernardo Silva, we have Fabinho, and then we have Sidibe, and these players actually look pretty good, honestly. Now Silva doesn't look horrible. I wish he had a little bit more pace. He only has 83 pace, but he does have 4-star skills, so we will be able to use him a lot more often than someone who only had 3-star skills. Fabinho, again, all around looks great. He lacks a little bit in pace, and that's kind of one of the negatives, at least for the defense. It's not the fastest defense. Now, the center backs are pretty fast, 75 and 77, which is really good. But then the wing backs are not that fast compared to other ones that I've used. Sidibe is only 81, and Fabinho is 80. However, even though I said it's a little bit slower, I don't think that makes them unusable, but we will have to wait and see. We also have 2 5-star skills in the team. One is Buffal and the other is Ben Arfa. So hopefully we can use those guys' skills in the attacks, and hopefully they can produce some awesome goals for us. We also have a great box-to-box midfielder in Matuidi. He can also defend a lot better than he can attack, so I'm really looking forward to that since Ben Arfa is more of an attacking mid. And then of course we have 2 amazing strikers. Griezmann, who is one of the most OP strikers in the game, and then Gamero, who I really liked because of his positioning. One of the best positioning strikers I've used in all of FIFA. Now of course there are some negatives in the team. One is that even though we have Matuidi who can defend, I'd rather have another midfielder who can actually defend as well. I don't really necessarily want a player here that's a defensive mid, but I want someone who at least has like 60 defending, who's more of a box-to-box midfielder, because Matuidi is a defensive mid, and even though he has high work rates, I really want him to be staying back. And Ben Arfa is not going to be doing that. He's going to be getting forward a lot, especially because of his medium-low work rates. And of course he only has 40 defending, so I'm kind of worried about that. Now another problem I see in the team, and again it's going to be addressing this entire midfield, it's very small midfield. I believe Silva is 5'8", Ben Arfa is the tallest at 5'10", Matuidi's 5'9", and Buffal is 5'7", so not a very tall midfield. Now the defense is actually pretty tall. Fabinho is 6'2", Hidanovic is 6'4", Barzagli and Chiellini are both 6'1", and Sidibe are 6 foot. So those guys in defense are going to be really nice for their height, but the problem is going to be the midfield. They're not very tall at all. I'm pretty sure the strikers aren't that tall either. Gamero is 5'10", and Griezmann's 5'9". Now Griezmann being a 5'9" doesn't really matter because he can jump extremely well, but still, I would at least like one of my midfielders to be 6 foot or taller and one of my strikers to be 6 foot and taller. Now overall, this team costs around 160k, and depending on how this team plays, that can be very good or it can be very bad. Once you get into like 150k plus, or even maybe 100k plus, it really starts to depend on how the team plays. But in this case, when you're actually starting to get into the higher cost teams, it will start to matter, because even though you do have like 3 team of the seasons, an inform, and a man of the match, if they don't play well, it doesn't matter that it's 160k, which is kind of cheap for the amount of really great cards that you can get in this team. If they don't play well, 160k is going to be incredibly overpriced. If you guys are excited to see this no link wasted Rate My Squad episode, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new as well. And without further ado, let's get into a game and see how this team does. I'm actually really excited to try this. Alright, we're getting into this first game in Division 1, and he's won that footy cup 3 times. Sweet. Awesome. Shit. Let alone the fact that he has Aubameyang and Royce up front. He's got the most OP keeper in net with Farman. Quadrado. Yeah, that front 3 is gonna destroy me. Gonna destroy me. Lag. I'm trying to get the... Oh my god, it's actually lagging, like, too much. Go, Gamero. One more. Good. You know what, Silva? Just hit it. Why? Okay, really? You're left-footed too. I have no idea what just happened. Why do you have to slide to get that, though? That was just good, but... Oh my god, this frickin' lag. Like, it made Sidibe run in, like, a circle. That's an absolute gorgeous ball. Pen! Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We gotta put this away. Because honestly, he's been doing extremely well defensively. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's frickin' go. Thank you, Gamero. I'm gonna say, you're the one who actually earned that penalty. You deserve to make that as well. You cannot do that. Chiellini, I'm telling you to... God. Thank God for you, Handanovic. I have more possession, but he has more attacking possession, if that says anything. That's not good. Alright, we have to change this up. I have to tell Ben Arfa to stay back as well. I'm also going to change the tactics a little bit as well to what I usually like. Okay. Okay, Matuidi. I wasn't expecting him to make that, honestly. I was just expecting him to put it on target, though. Yes. Let's go. Good stuff. Yes. Buffon, let's go. The 5-star skiller, even though that was a 4-star skill move. Let's freaking go. That one pass, either Gamero or Griezmann. I'm not sure who made it. The one to actually send him through. Let's freaking go. Oh my God, Handanovic. Good ball, Gamero. Good going, Buffon. You got pace. You got pace. Oh! Oh, no. That pass was great. He split it perfectly, and that touch was fine. It's just Farman's incredibly overpowered. Okay, Matuidi. Good touch. Hit it. Freaking Farman. Overpowered piece of crap. Since I think Griezmann's more of a threat anyway. Win it. Thank you. Griezmann, here it is. Let's go. So freaking overpowered. Oh my goodness. As soon as he got the ball in that position, I immediately knew goal. Okay, no. Let's not have him get a wide open shot. Thank you, Ben Arfa, for getting back with low defensive work rates. Ooh. Okay. Was it all planned? It was all planned. Let's freaking go. Are you kidding me? This second half has been absolutely amazing. It's gotta be because of the instructions. I added Ben Arfa to stay back while attacking, and then I put my custom tactics on. That's gotta be it, surely. No way. No way! Oh, of course, no way. Of course. And that's the end of game 1, let's go. Let's freaking go. So Ben Arfa was man of the match with an 8.6. He got a goal. Griezmann, Gamero, and Buffon also all had goals. And then Buffon, Matuidi, Silva, and Barzagli had assists. I wonder how Barzagli got his assist. And for some reason, Handanovic only had 4 saves. I thought he had way more, but he got a 7.5. He was absolutely fantastic. The lowest rating our team was 6.3 from Chiellini, which honestly is pretty deserved. And then it's Fabinho with a 6.8, and then everyone else was 7 or higher, which I thought was pretty deserved because everyone just did extremely well overall. I mean, not one player really stood out. I mean, Ben Arfa was great, but everyone just in general was just fantastic. So what I'm going to do real quick before we get into the second game is put on the stay back while attacking instructions for Ben Arfa, and then I'm also going to put on my custom tactics as well. Alright, so we are now going to the second game, and he has got a standard Serie A side with footy nominee De Rossi for some reason. These are the types of teams that really scare me because they're in a higher division with a fairly standard team, which means they know what to do with it. Good Ben Arfa. Good Ben Arfa! He hit it off the post. I noticed I get hit on the counter fairly easily as well from last game. He had a lot of his good opportunities on the counter. I mean, the further he comes out with his goalie, it means I can just do this. Oh my God, piss off. Piss off. Unbelievable. Oh God, no. Okay, De Rossi, we can catch up to De Rossi. We can catch up to What? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? What? Why can't my 77 pace defenders catch up to 63 pace De Rossi? God, it's just one little touch. He gets it right before I do anything. No, no, no. You have 2 shots, 2 goals, really? What the hell? is going on? 3 shots, 3 goals for him. Yo, Sidibe. Okay, don't know why you're here. Let's take it. Okay, don't take the ball. But please do something. Jesus. Tell you what, don't know why you're there. But that was just great touch. That was just great touches all the way down. No, run backward, please. Because that's gonna happen. Because it's been happening all freaking day. I don't know what it is, but Ben Arfa can just run back extremely well. Yo! How is that not a foul? Okay, what other shots has he had besides the goals? He's hit the post twice, and it's gone in. Freaking parking the bus. Bullshit. I see you, Griezmann! You are... There's no way that he did that. There's no way he did that. There's no way he just slid. Great through ball. Great through ball. Do not be that guy. Is he really just parking the bus? In the second half? And when that happens, my players just don't do anything. They just run and be in a line. There's no PK, there's no free kick takers. How was Giuseppe Girassi, who's like 5'8", 5'9", maybe 5'10", just absolutely holding off Chiellini? I would like a midfield, please. I would rather not have so many people up in one line doing absolutely nothing. Dumb pass. Dumb pass. God damn it, this guy's just pissing me off. And he's just taking a piss. He's not actually trying to do anything. Oh my god. Griezmann. Okay. There's a small chance. There's a small chance. Come on. Unless he's just gonna hold the ball back and just pass it around like he's literally been doing all freaking get. Awesome. He had 1 shot the entire second half. That was just the stupidest. That was the most not fun game I've ever played. He didn't have a single shot inside the box. So now we're going to be reviewing this team, and honestly, defensively, it was the weakest part. Defensive-wise, it was not good because it was incredibly susceptible through on-the-ground through balls and over-the-top through balls. Just through balls in general, it was incredibly susceptible, which was just amazingly annoying. It was just so annoying because that's what made us lose in the second game, pretty much. He had 2 long shots that hit the post, but it started off with just like through balls that I had to get rid of quickly, that he just got the ball back and then hit a long shot with. Usually if I have center backs with low high work rates, they're actually really unaggressive and they just sit back. So usually through balls aren't the problem in that circumstance. But in this case, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but they were just letting in through balls so many times, so often. It was ridiculous. And of course also because of that low high work rates, if someone actually got the ball, they would not try to go get it. They would just sit there, and if they had the ball right in front of them, they would just not do anything and not try to take it. And of course the wingbacks weren't that great either, and honestly I think it was because a little bit lack of pace again. I thought they would be usable, which they fairly were. They were a little bit. They weren't horrible, but I think the lack of pace was a little bit noticeable, honestly. And also, the height made them pretty unusable because I couldn't dribble with them. Their agility and balance made it really hard to dribble with them, even though they have like 82 dribbling for Fabinho and 78 for Sidibe. If they're smaller, that's what I like because then they have good agility and balance, but because they're taller, I can't dribble with them. If I could like switch the right backs and left backs height with the center mids, that would be perfect because then the outside backs would be small and I could dribble with them, and then my midfield would actually be taller. Out of the entire defense, I would actually not recommend anyone, honestly. I would not even recommend Chiellini. Like just making a tackle, they're not that bad, but everywhere else it's just not worth it. It really isn't. The only person I would recommend is Handanovic. He, of course, just showed how good he is, and he was just fantastic. Both games, honestly. He showed up more in the first game because in the second game, he just had long shots just taken on him all day. So he couldn't really do anything, honestly, but he actually did make some saves in the second game, and first game he was unstoppable. Now on to the midfield, and it seemed like completely different games for the first one compared to the second one. It was just completely different because Ben Arfa was just orchestrating that midfield. He was making himself available. He actually came back on defense in the first game. He did that like a few times in the second game, but not nearly as much in the second game compared to the first. But he just wasn't. He didn't seem like he was there. I only had one long shot with him, like one opportunity to shoot a long shot with him, compared to multiple times in the first game. And then Matuidi, I don't know exactly what happened. He didn't show up like Ben Arfa. He was just not there. Defensively, he wasn't great in the second game. Defensively, in the first game he was great. But again, just second game, completely different compared to the first. Now, Bernardo Silva just wasn't great in general either game. He wasn't terrible in the second game like other people were, but he wasn't great like other people were in the first game. So he was just average in both games. Honestly, I wouldn't really recommend him. But Buffon was actually the opposite. Actually, he's the one who kept his consistency in both games. He was good first game. He was good second game. I would recommend him in the midfield at least. He was really good. I really enjoyed using him. Plus, that's just his inform. He also has a team of the season, and this one was 29k. I think his team of the season is around 80k. So, it's around 50k more, which is a little bit expensive, but I think it'd be worth it with these stats that you could be getting. Now into the strikers, and Griezmann showed both games why he was amazing. Second game, he brought us back with the goal late on, that at least gave us a chance. And then Griezmann in the first game also did very well, and he also got a goal then as well. But he was like he along with Buffon and Handanovic were the only consistent players. Now Gameiro, it was really interesting because first game he was okay. He actually made some decent runs, but in both games he could not dribble. If I wanted to just maneuver with him, he would do that thing where if he was facing one way, he would take his time to just turn around so he'd face the other way and then dribble. He wouldn't just take the ball and go. He would actually have to wait a few seconds and then he would go, which was super frustrating because if I'm on the attack, I obviously need to go quicker because then the defense would just catch up. So dribbling wise, he wasn't great. Shooting wise, he was better. And just in first and second game, shooting wise, he's fine, but he just did not get any opportunities second game. He was not there at all second game. He did not show up whatsoever. So I said earlier in the video that this team was around 160k, and that's not worth it. Honestly, it really isn't, because the only players that did well were 2 just regular gold cards, and then an inform. Those were the only players. So in an 160k team, it was Buffon, who was 29k, Griezmann, who was 7.1k, and then Handanovic, who's around 3 or 4k. Those were the only players that actually did anything. So pretty much in 40k worth of coins, you could have the best players in this team, which were Buffon, Handanovic, and Griezmann. Everyone else, it's not even worth it. So I'd probably give this team like a 4.5 or 5 out of 10, honestly, just because defensively, it is terrible. It is so bad defensively because it is incredibly susceptible to through balls, and we all know that everyone who plays FIFA loves through balls. So I would not recommend it for that reason. Even in the first game when we won 4-1, I still noticed that the guy who had some chances, it came off of through balls. So defense is incredibly weak, midfield is short, and honestly the attack is decent, it's decent enough, but Griezmann's the only one that actually shows up game in, game out. So that is going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want me to rate your squad, or at least have a chance for me to rate your squad, just leave it in the comments down below and I will look at that. But like I said, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace. Perisic! What? Yo, that's deadly.